Hello everyone. This video is a little different as I was inspired by Cindy Taylor when she commented on a previous video with a link to a video on different leaf types for wire trees. And I'm going to put that link to that video down in the description. And I want to just thank Cindy Taylor for suggesting that video because that helped inspire this video. Now let's get to the video. So for this particular leaf style, I take a regular plain old Phillips head screwdriver and I wrap the wire around it all the way, leaving the usual 3/4 to 1 inch tail, and just compress it down into the shape of a spring. That's how I made a total of 50 of these little spring leaf parts. But we don't stop there. We don't leave them in the shape of the spring. You use the tail and you gently hold with your other hand and you slowly pull the spring out, spreading each coil. Try to be approximately the same distance throughout it all, and adjust your hand if you need to, because the longer it gets, the more you pull the coils apart closer to the tail than you do your opposite hand. Once you get it all stretched out, you take that final loop and you start there, and you make more or less a 5-pointed star, folding the loops over just like this. Now, once you have your 5-pointed star shape, then you start folding the loops over so that you're overlapping those 5 loops one after another until you're all the way to the end, creating a nice 5-point star look with many loops per point. Once you have all of the loops folded over, you should have something that looks something like this. It may not be exact. It all depends on how the loops fold together. Not all of mine were identical, but they were generally this shape and look. I'm going to show you one more time. So you pull on the tail and you get some of the spring stretched out, keeping your coils approximately the same distance apart, adjusting your hand as needed to keep the same amount of pressure to pull it apart. Once you get that 5-point star folded around, then it's just a matter of folding each additional coil around, overlapping the points of the star. And once you get that all done, you'll have a whole bunch of beautiful shooting stars. for the trunk, I cut the pieces into 2 foot long or 70 centimeter pieces. And then I folded them in half so that I ended up with a total of 50 branch ends. And I made my general shape to my tree, alternating sides for the branches. Now that my general tree shape is done, now it is time to start adding on the leaf parts. Now I started at the top and I started twisting on each individual leaf part, working my way down the tree, alternating side to side. Once all the leaf parts are on, then I start adjusting the branches a little bit, just a preliminary adjust, and fixing any leaf parts that may have come uncoiled. And here I have my general shape of my tree. It's not complete, but it's in its general shape to start with. And I will make adjustments as I see inspiration hits. And now for the root base of the tree, which is also what's going to help it stand up. So I take the coil and I take out a few strands and I cut them and twist them into the individual root shapes. I try to crisscross wires back and forth across it to give it a good solid foundation for the tree to stand on, and make sure that I twist them up nice and tight. And now that the tree is able to stand, it is time to get ready to attach it to its base. As you can see here, I've chosen a stone to glue the tree to for its base, and I am rolling my pieces of cotton to tuck underneath the roots and dab with some super glue. This is a great way to glue the tree to the rock. Once the tree is glued to the stone, I will mix up some paint off camera, and I will paint up those bits of cotton to help them blend in with the stone so that they don't stand out. Thank you all for watching. See you in the next video.